Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coco McMillan Show. You may have seen her in Morocco, New York City, Los Angeles, California, Detroit, Philadelphia, Chicago, Las Vegas, Nevada. One of the background singers for Mickey Howard and the late, great Gerald Levert. Ladies and gentlemen, your host, the beautiful, the wonderful, the spectacular, Miss Coco McMillan.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to the Coco McMillan Show, where we make it happen. I am so excited to be with you tonight. We are going to have a great show tonight. We have some amazing artists on the show tonight. The Coco McMillan Show is a show that's bringing some amazing flavor to the virtual talk show circuit, featuring our national and our local recording artists, business owners, social media gurus, mental and physical health awareness. We have designed this show just for you. Just for you. It gives you the opportunity to come on the show and talk about what you're doing, talk about your career challenges, your career goals, and we want you to share your information with the viewers. You know, we are streaming this broadcast because we want people to understand and be aware of some of the things of how it works in entertainment, how it works in businesses. So we want you to be a part of this show. If you want to be a part of the Coco McMillan Show, please contact me at cocomcmillanmusic@gmail.com, or you can reach me on any of the social media platforms. We are streaming live on the IBM network. We're on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. And if you're in the presence of your home, you can go to your Roku TV and go to Add Channel. It's free, by the way, okay? Add the channel and go to Pod TV Live, and you can watch it there in the presence of your home. So we're excited that we have so many platforms that we can broadcast this particular show. So I'm so grateful for what God is doing for the show. Thanks for everyone that's working behind the scenes. Again, we want you to come and be a part of the show. We want you to bring your experience, your expertise, your knowledge to the show, because you know what? Millions of people can be blessed by your testimony. So we want to bring that here. So thank you so much for everyone just tuning in, watching. Go ahead and share the broadcast. Let somebody know that you are about to spend the next hour with your girl, Coco McMillan. And again, we have some amazing artists on the show tonight. So we're not going to prolong, but I do want to do a roll call. If you're out there, go ahead and let me know where you're watching from. Let me know that you're here with me. Put your city there and let us know. Give us your comments and your feedbacks. Let us know what you want to see, in the show. If you would like to support and donate to the Coco McMillan Show, please do so. Any amount. It doesn't matter. We are excited and thankful for what you give. So if you want to do that, you can just go to Cash App, $V, that's THECMS. And that's the Coco McMillan Show. So, okay, we will love your support. So listen, let me know where you're watching from. I want to send out a shout out to my girl, Melissa Wade. I spoke to her earlier. She knew that our boy Gene was going to be on here tonight, so she wanted to give her love. So shout out to Melissa Wade. I see Eunice Jean Johnson in the house. Irvington, New Jersey. We got Kimberly Thompson, St. Paul's, North Carolina. Y'all just keep it coming and let me know where you are watching from. So listen, I want to go ahead and get started. We're going to bring up our first group of artists tonight. Shout out to Wayne Booker too. Wayne Booker, what's up? I see you out there. But we're going to bring on a group of young ladies, some amazing young ladies. I had a chance to speak to them backstage. We have Miss Shavonna Antoinette. She is from Raleigh, North Carolina. She loves playing the guitar, the piano. She's been featured on numerous of tracks with Black Thought, Gene Maine, Big Sean. She's also her video went viral. Her vocal video went viral with the Lincoln Concert Choir. So she's doing some amazing, amazing things in the community. We also have Nakia Jaleese. She is from Teaneck, New Jersey, but she now resides in Goldsboro. She's performed at the Apollo. She's done numerous of background vocals for local artists. She also sung along with Dorinda Clark, Tiffany Andrews, the New York Gospel Tour. She's also the praise and worship leader for city ministries under the leadership of Bishop Tiff McCarter. So we're excited about her. Also, Miss Shannon Morris is here tonight. She has a BA from North Carolina State University, also an MA from Capel University. Another amazing singer, and she's an innovator, a game changer. She's a songstress. She's on the praise team at the Raleigh North Christian Center. She is a true vocalist. She's done some vocals for Dr. Ernest Pugh, Lucinda Moore, and also shared the stage with Layla Hathaway. So these girls have done some amazing things in getting ready to do some more even amazing things. So I want them to come on tonight so you can chat with them. They can tell us about everything that they're doing. But before they come on, I want you to check out this video by Shavonna Antoinette. Check it out.
I gotta keep trying. I gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. There's always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Doesn't matter how fast I get there. Ain't all about what's waiting on the other side. Ain't all about what's waiting on the other side. It's a climb.
Yes. Let's bring up the ladies, Shavonna, Nakia, and Shannon.
Hi, Coco. How are you?
Well,
I have to say that it's so freaking here. I didn't know you.
okay. I don't know. So let me ask you, so you guys go on mute for just a second. All right, so I think if you guys can hear me, so I want to ask first, do anyone have on two devices? Like if you don't on your laptop and your phone is going because the feedback is coming in. I'm not sure what that is, but hopefully we can get through that. And Shavonna, I know you didn't know that I was playing that video, but it just touched me. It really did. But come off of mute for a second, and we're going to try to see if we can get through this. And I'm going to go on mute and let you guys talk. So, Shavonna, I'm going to start with you. I know I read your video, your bio and everything, but tell us a little bit more about you and what you're doing. What's up, Esco? I see you out there, but tell us, Shavonna.
Hi, everybody. So I have to say, first of all, a little disclaimer. I'm not very good about talking about myself, but like you said, I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. I've sang with a few corporate bands. I did have my start in the church. I still sing praise and worship at a church that I go to. Grew up singing in choirs. Through my matriculation at Lincoln University, I was in the concert choir, and a video did go viral. And it ended up being shared on the Shade Room, a few other places. I know Erica Camo posted it, a few people like that. So that was very interesting. People still hit me up about the video sometimes. But I do record as well. I do have some music that I have not released yet. I do have some songs that I have put out personally and that are out there with a few other people. Like you mentioned, the song with Black Thought, and then the Gucci Mane and Big Sean one, they sampled me. I wasn't an active participant, but they did
Okay.
sample that one. So that's a brief overview of what I have for
Wow.
you.
Oh
hmm
my gosh. So what? So the songs that you haven't released yet. So when should we expect them?
You know what? Just pray to the Lord that they come out sooner rather than later. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and so until the songs sound like the way that they sound in my heart, I don't want to put them out. I don't want to just rush them. And I do have a goal of putting out a very cohesive project rather than a bunch of songs that are just put together because I need enough songs or the songs and the subject matter don't match. I'd rather be patient and have it be what it's supposed to be.
Right. Now, did you know you've always wanted to do music? I know you love playing the guitar, the piano. Is that a family, that you pick it up from your family? Is that something that you always wanted to do?
Right. So my mom was the minister of music at the church I went to growing up, and my dad actually was very musical as well. He directed the orchestra at the church we went to. He was a music major, played all the instruments. My brothers play. So it did kind of come naturally. I did not want to pursue a career in music. Growing up, people say things and, prophesy, things like that. But I didn't decide that I wanted to do music until that video went viral. I remember um, it was not too. My birthday came along, and I went to a midnight prayer service with my friend, and I was praying like, "What am I supposed to be doing, Lord? Tell me what I'm supposed to do." And then the next week, a few days later, the video went viral, and I figured, hey, you know what? If this can happen, and I not even be putting effort and not even be trying, I should probably redirect my efforts.
Right. That's right, because God has truly given you a gift, and you have that triple threat. You're a singer, you play the guitar, and then you do the piano. So that's a triple threat right there. So he is truly giving you um, a gift. Now, my other question: what church do you attend now?
Okay, so I attend New Salem International Ministries in Fayetteville.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
hike.
Yes, it is. That's about
Um,
45 minutes.
It's definitely a hike, but I love it there. The other praise and worship members are some really talented, anointed singers that also kind of frequent the Raleigh Durham area, doing their
Yeah.
own projects and singing like that. So, mhm.
Wow, wow. And I know that we had something coming up for you on Sunday, but I know they're going to reschedule. But just tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing in that new date.
Yes. So the Super Soul Sunday, they've started this. Sunday Suppers. They've started this new event where they do tributes, R&B and gospel, to specific artists. And I know they have the Mary Mary one. They're doing one that Jean's a part of.
Yeah.
Michael George's is going to be a part of one. They're doing Mary J. Blige. Some other artists. Oh, Tyann Clark's going to be on one. But I'm gonna do Dottie too. There's amazing singers, but I'm gonna be doing the Beyonce tribute for the Renaissance album. So if y'all are free, get your Renaissance album, your outfits. I didn't get to go to the concert, but this is gonna be my chance to wear my outfit. So make sure y'all come. Yeah.
That's right. And do you know the new date?
You know what?
You
I
don't know
don't,
yet.
but this is your excuse to follow so that you can get an update on when it comes up.
That's right. And how can they find you, Shavana?
You all can find me. I am on Facebook, but I honestly don't get on there as much. My Instagram is Shavana Antoinette, Shavona, and then Antoinette on Instagram. So you can see more videos. Some of them are a little better than the one you saw previously. So
I love that. It was so pure and natural. I love it. I just,
thank you.
your voice is absolutely amazing. I see them putting in the chat there how amazing your voice is. So we appreciate the gift that God has given to you and for you sharing it to the world. So I could just see good things happening for you. So you just stay focused to get those songs. And, we're going to be following you, supporting you, and all that good stuff because you definitely have a voice of an angel. So to God be the glory for your voice.
Thank you. It's not me.
It's
It's
the
not
Lord.
me.
Yes. So let's jump over to Shannon. Let's
Hello.
jump over to Hi, Shannon. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Coco? Nice to meet you, Savannah. And you do have a gorgeous voice, beautiful voice. I love your tone.
Yes, isn't it gorgeous? I love it. So, Shannon, let's talk about you for a minute. BA at North Carolina State University, an MA at Capella University. Tell us a little bit about your professional background, and then we're going to jump into the music.
Well, I'm kind of a jack of all trades. Professionally, I work in communications. I've been in the field of communications for probably the past maybe 11 years. I work for a defense contractor based out of Florida. Um, I'm sorry if y'all hear my dog in the background. Excuse me. He wanted to wait till this moment to do the most. Stop
I
it.
understand.
Sorry. Just that's what happens when you're live.
That's
So from a professional perspective, that's what I do by day. I also have a business. I'm an interior designer and an event decorator. My
wow.
business is called Rap by Shannon, and that has just kind of blown up over the past 3 years. It's really, really thriving. And I do beautiful decorations for people's homes, weddings, baby showers, things of that nature. And then, of course, I'm a professional background vocalist. I've been singing since I was 3, but professionally singing, providing background vocals for the past 11 years. And it's one of my favorite things in the whole wide world to do.
Wow. And so I know that you've done some live vocals for Dr. Ernest Pugh,
Yeah.
Lucinda Moore. Who are some of the other great artists that you've done some backgrounds for? I'm saying professionally and local,
Yes.
national and local.
Most recently, James Fortune
Yeah.
was here in Durham, and I provided background vocals for him. I also did a really cool project back in 2021 for the University of Chapel Hill.
Mhm.
They were producing a documentary, and so I went in to do some studio vocals for that, and it was a different style of music than I had ever done before. It was folk music, so that was fun and interesting and challenging at the same time. From a local perspective, one of my favorite artists to sing with is Sanina Barber. She's a gospel
Anita.
girl. That's my girl. And then I love singing with. I've been singing with she's a jazz and R&B artist. Her name is Yolanda Raven.
Yolanda. Yes, we were fellow IBM buddies. Yes.
Yolanda's just doing amazing things. So I've been singing with her for probably about 6 years or so.
Okay.
So in terms of local artists, those two are my favorite. And between the two of us, between the two of those artists, we've shared the stage with Layla Hathaway, Jill Scott, Ari Lennox. So I've just been so blessed to be able to be on some huge stages, doing what I love to do, and I just thank God for it.
Thank God for it. You are a member of the Raleigh North Christian Center. You want to give a shout out to them and the pastor?
Shout out to my pastors, Dr. and Lady Chapman. I've been there for about 13 years. They're amazing.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a church home, come check us out. Yeah, but I've been on the praise team for about 11 years as well.
11 years. So I want to ask you something, Shannon, and Shavonna, you guys can jump in. So being a background vocal, I was a background vocal for Gerald Levert, and you know that it's different for doing the backgrounds and being a lead vocal. So I want to ask the question, being a background vocal, how important do you think it is learning your parts, knowing all the parts of the song, even the leader's part, so you can carry, if anything ever happens, that you can carry on. So how important is the background vocalist part to you? And either one can start to answer.
Okay. I can take that first, Shavana. So for me, I love singing background. To be honest with you, that's my preference. I can sing lead, but I love singing background. I think because it takes a lot of skill.
It
Um,
does.
being a background and being a good background singer is not easy. I think the
Yeah.
biggest thing is you have to have a good ear. It
Yeah.
takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of listening. It takes a lot of control to be able to blend with your fellow, your other background vocalists, and
Yeah.
also to support the artist. And I think background vocals are so important to a song because they add so much more flavor, so much more character to a song in addition to the lead vocals. So I think
Mhm.
it's just as important, as that lead vocalist bringing the energy, but the background just adds flavor, and I absolutely love it.
I love it too because and a lot of people don't know the leader is really dependent on those background vocals. It was like we would push them. If they didn't hear certain parts, if you would get that turnaround, you would get that look. You would get that look. So I think it's very important. So Shavana is back. So what do you think about that, Shavana?
I'm gonna be honest. I got a call and then the sound completely disappeared. um, what particularly about singing backgrounds did you ask? I did hear that much.
What do you think that's important? What's important as a background singer, just covering the lead? Like, what are some of the important things? How important do you think it is for background singers to know their parts, to know the song, and things like that?
I think for me, the most important thing about being a background singer, even singing in a praise and worship team, um, is knowing, like you said, knowing your part, but also understanding that it's not about you. It is about the mission or the goal in general or as a whole. So you're a part of a unit, and that means you're paying attention to the people around you. You're listening to the people around you. You are blending and you're complementing. So that's what I would say. I think is most important.
Yeah. So Shannon, I just keep getting little texts and little pings and stuff that says Shannon can really, really sing. Do you want to give us a little something, Shannon?
Let's see. Let's see what I can do. Y'all bear with me because as all of us, I'm coming off of a cold, but
Yeah.
I think who was I was listening to some old school yesterday. What was the song that I was singing? And I just got to be me, me. And I just got to be free, yeah.
What's that? Listen, listen. I saw Shavana back there going, "Oh my God!" Thank you,
That was
G.
rough, but thank y'all. I sure appreciate it. That was rough, but thank
That's
y'all.
amazing.
That was amazing. Oh my God. Yes. Oh gosh, your voices are so amazing. And that's what I love about singing and vocals. Some of the songs, like you said, you was listening to this old school song. Because sometimes that old music just bring it back. Like the old school gospel songs,
Mhm.
Amazing Grace and Precious Lord, and it just takes you back. But I want to ask you another question. So what is something that you guys do or that you love that nobody knows that you like doing? So Shannon, I know you're doing interior designing, and by the way, Mark says that they have an interior design show that you may be interested in. So we're going to talk to you about
Absolutely.
that as well too. But what is something that you like doing that no one knows about? I know for me, I like kickboxing. I do kickboxing. So what about you, Shannon?
You know what? I'm secretly a nerd. I don't think most of my friends probably know that, but my one of my favorite things to do when I have downtime is cuddle up somewhere with a good book. I like to, but it's weird because I like to read books that are like maybe 400 or 500 pages thick. I have to like look up words in the dictionary and they just make me feel smarter. But reading is one of my favorite things to do since I've been a little girl. A lot of people do not know that about me. And that's
Yes.
one of my favorite things is reading.
Okay. Okay. What about you, Shavana?
I really enjoy being outside, taking hikes and being in nature. I feel like it's really grounding and connects you. It also helps you kind of get away from
Yeah.
the everyday life and technology. Just put your phone down. So I enjoy it.
Oh, I love that. It's always good to know what a person like, what what they do, and all that. Honestly, kind of tied to music, like reading a book. You're reading your book. There's words or there's things that you can get out of that to make click a song. Being out in nature, you see things that you want to write a song. So I think all that plays like a part in it. But so Shavana, we know that you have your stuff coming up next. Shannon, what do you have coming up next?
So I actually was just at the last or the first Sunday supper.
Okay.
Myself and Nakia and our good friend Corinthian, we accompanied Sanina Barbara and her sister and
Yeah.
Jean. We were there with supporting them for their background vocals. I've got a few. I think I've got 2 gigs coming up with Sanina next weekend in Rocky Mount. And then
Okay.
I've also got some Sunday suppers I think in the works as well that I'll be supporting with background vocals. So I got some busy stuff happening coming up, and hopefully I'm going to be working. A fellow friend of mine asked me about working on a project, so I'm hopefully going to be providing some vocals on that project as well, some background vocals. So I'll be sure
Yeah.
to keep you guys posted about that. I'm excited.
And how can they? I know we have some of your information running at the bottom of the screen, but how can they reach you, Shannon?
Yes, I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook as well, but at Shannon Morrison. Not as active on Facebook, but Instagram is shannon.l.morrison. If you want to tag me for business, your interior design needs, it's wrapped by Shannon.
Okay. And I know, Shavana, we have your information, but is there anything else, ladies? Ladies, thank you for coming on, sharing this information, because as I say in the beginning of the show, your story, your testimony, it really inspires and help other people, other artists, especially that's coming, that wants to know, what are some of the challenges? What are some of the things that we need to be aware of? So this is my last question too. What would you say to any upcoming artists or background vocalists that that's trying to pursue, because this could be a tough game, it's not easy, but what would be some of your advice to them? She's like,
Let's see. Okay. I would say the first thing to do is invest in yourself. If you're not already getting vocal lessons,
yeah.
um, there's so many great vocalists out there who provide vocal one-on-one lessons. And even if we can't afford them, YouTube has a plethora of
Mhm.
resources, but investing in yourself first, investing in your craft, practicing every day, doing vocal warm-ups every day. You can never go wrong with practicing, and making excellent practice is always the first step. And then I also recommend serving. I know that might sound weird, but
No.
I started off my career as a background singer serving in church. I've been,
Yes.
I think Shavana said it too. We both started in church. We, probably both of us have been singing on the praise team or the choir for years. And
Mhm.
that's how somebody actually found me and was like, hey, I want you to come sing background for me. It's because I was serving in church. So,
Yes.
of course we serve, the Lord, and we serve our ministry. But, I feel like He's a rewarder. And if we really have a heart and a passion, He'll open up the avenue and open up a door where somebody can come find you. So
Yes.
investing in your craft, serving, and then also mentorship. I always suggest background singers to, link up with one of your favorite artists or a local artist and just
Mhm.
kind of follow them, let them know that you're interested,
Yeah.
put yourself out there, make videos on YouTube. Shavana's got some beautiful music out there so people can hear your voice.
Yes.
You'll get picked up in no time.
Wow, that's good right there. I love that serving. That's so important. That's key. That's number one. What about you, Shavana? What would you say?
Definitely practice.
Yeah.
You have to put in what they say your 10,000 hours. But I couldn't have said it better. What Shannon said, you definitely need to serve, because I think a lot of people, you have a gift, you have a talent. You think that, okay, I'm ready to just jump in the forefront and to show off what I have. But a lot of people were developed from years and years of just being in the background and just doing what they do. Like Shannon said, she was just serving and then someone found her. So the best way that it is, just work. And when it's your time, opportunities will arise, a door will open, but you can't have those doors open if you're not working, if you're not practicing and being diligent. So,
Come on, that's a word right there. That'll preach.
yeah.
That would that would preach. It's so, oh my God, it's so important when you guys talk about serving. Hi, Robin. How you doing, Cass? Thank you guys for joining. But serving is key. Doing when I was a background singer for all those years for Gerald, when I came home, I was in church. I was serving. I would get a lot of people didn't like that, but church was my main thing. That's my number one. You understand? So, showing your talent is one thing, but when you serving, God would open up doors for you. I know a lot of times, and then practicing, get in that woodshed. That's the old school term. We would get in the woodshed and practice and practice and practice. For those that's out there listening today, if you want to get into this entertainment, that the ladies have given you some keys. So all you need to do is open the door, walk in it, and trust God. Trust God in everything that you do. But I'm so excited that the ladies came on tonight to share their information. Any final words or any final things that you would like to say to our viewers tonight, or giving shout outs or anything?
I just have to say this. We heard Shannon's beautiful voice. You played a video of me, but I don't know, Coco. You might need to give us a little something. Just a little bit. Just a little something. Come
Listen,
on.
I'm like Shannon now. Let's
Let
see.
him know.
What's the song? Okay, so this song has been like in my spirit, um, all week ever since Sunday. Um, you are Alpha and Omega. We worship you, our Lord. You are worthy to be praised.
It's the resonance for me, though. It's the resonance. That thing is warm, honey. Yes.
God, that song has been ringing in my spirit. Oh my God. And I said, and it seems like every time, I don't know if this happened to y'all. I know we're going to move on, but I don't know if this happened to y'all. But every time you get ready to do a performance, it seems like the devil try to come in. You get hoarse, you get a cold, you get all this stuff. It's like, really? But I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful with God for the gift God has given to all of us and to all our singers. And that's why we have started this platform. We share information, we come together, each one teach one, we help each other. And my main thing is support. So everybody that's listening on the show tonight, make sure you support these ladies, follow them, get their album, support them, send them encouraging words. You don't know how much that means in a time, because there are times that we're just like, oh my God, so an encouraging word always helps. So support, support, support. So ladies, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I am just truly grateful for your gift, for your anointing, for you taking this time to come on to talk to us today. So thank you again, and hopefully we'll get to see you again pretty soon. We'll have you back on the show. Will that be okay? Promise you'll come back.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Good. Well, thank you. Thank you so much again. As we said before, follow these ladies, Shannon Morrison, Shavonna, Antoinette. They are absolutely amazing. I love their spirit. I love what they're doing. You can find their music on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. So make sure you support the ladies. Robin, thank you so much, sweetheart. Love you, girl. Kes, I see you out there. Barbara, thank you so much for joining. So listen, my next guest, my homeboy, I tell you, this guy, he is truly, when I put out the flyer and the reel this week about this young man, the song that I chose was Trendsetter. Now, I don't really know nothing about that music, but I really love what the guy was saying in the song, because I really believe that Gene is truly a trendsetter. His voice is absolutely amazing. He was born and raised in Charlotte, North Carolina. His single charted in the top 10 from his album, The Undefeated. I Can Make It With Jesus, which is my favorite song, charted top 15 in the Billboard. It was the top 30 and the radio single for 3 weeks straight. He's done background vocals for Jonathan Nelson, for Miranda Curtis. He's been the praise and worship leader for over 20 years at the River Church. Shout out to the River. His professional life, the boy is just talented. Professional life, he owns a psychology practice, and it's called Peace of Mind. Don't we all need a peace of mind? So that's what Gene does. He has been in a play we've done a play together with Melissa Wade. It was absolutely amazing. I got a chance to really hang out with him for a couple of weeks. And when I tell you that the boy is off the chain, he can sing, make you laugh. And listen, one thing you can't do is sit beside Gene, because he would have you cracking up, especially in a church service. Okay, so don't do it. But I love his spirit. But before I bring him on, I want to play one of his songs. I think it's going to be Turn It Over, and I think it's out now. And then we'll play Make It With Jesus at the end of the show. But check out this song by Mr. Gene Hoskins.
Yeah. Please turn it on. Cast your cares, for he cares. He can handle the load you bear. Seems too much, seems so big. Not a problem he can fix. You should try and you will see. In him is your relief. So turn it over. Say oh yes he can. So big, you should try. Cast your cares. Yes he does. He can handle it for you. Nada. You should try. In him is your relief. So turn it over. Say give it to Jesus. Oh. Say the worry won't fix it. No. Let it go. You can. So turn it over. As you turn it over, it's turning around, say. As you turn it over, it's turning around. As you turn it over, it's turning around, say. As I turn it over, it's turning around, say. Yes, it is. Ooh. As I turn it over, it's turning around for me. Say that. As I turn it over, it's turning around. Yes, it is. Give it to Jesus. Hey, as I turn it over, it's turning around. Last time say, ever turn it over, turn it around for me. As I turn it over, it's turning around.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gone. Let's welcome Mr. Gene Hopkins. Oh my God.
What's up, Coco?
What's up? It was the beat.
You like
What's
it?
up, Gene, man? You keep doing it, man.
I appreciate it. That's my new baby. I love it. I love to write music. I love to sing, write music, but I realize I've fallen in love almost equally with writing as I do singing, because I like to be able to communicate places I'm in, being, or what other people tell me they're in, and to be able to put it in a song and people carry my experiences or somebody else's experience as like a blueprint, not necessarily a blueprint, but just kind of encouragement. That is a heavy responsibility and privilege, you know. And so this one came at a time I just kind of hearing people talk about like what I do next. Like I don't know. I'm out of solutions. I'm out of problem solving skills, right? Including me. Yeah. And so I just kind of heard like, well, when you exhaust yourself, then we go to the next best, not the next best thing, the only best thing, right?
Right.
And that's turn over to Jesus. And you know, the Bible says, "Cast your cares, for He cares for you."
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where it came over. As I turn it over, He's turning it around.
Come on, Bishop.
Yeah. So that's where that came from. I appreciate that.
Man, I love it. You said something. You said it's overwhelming, it's stressful, but also it's a privilege.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You understand, you know, even though it's a privilege because you know that you're blessing someone has been through that same thing, or the testimony about it.
And you know what I realized? We can't determine how a song lands or connects. And sometimes you can't really you may not plan for it to connect the way it do. The reason I say that, I wrote a song, my single "Make It With Jesus," which is still on radio. I wrote that because at the time I was kind of dealing with some anxiety about something. And I could be honest, sometimes I can kind of deal with that and I can be a planner. For me to be so impulsive, I'm still a planner and things have to make sense. Yeah. You know, and I felt like I was at a situation where I was like, well, God, I don't like the way this is looking now. You know, and I remember it in my sink and I was brushing my teeth. It was in the morning. I would never forget it. And I said, as long as I have Jesus, He's enough to make it. And whatever pieces fall apart, He's the potter, right? He can put it back together again. And so I was like, I can make it with Jesus, right? I just had that in my head, right? And I remember just thinking like, oh, this is encouraging me. But I remember as I was recording it in the studio with my producer, Phil Bryant, we were in Maryland, a custodian who I did not know, he came to the in the middle of the session, was like, what is that? I said, what's the song I wrote? He says, that's it. You own the song. I was like, okay, cool. Right. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I didn't think anything of it. And then I let some friends hear, and they was like, this is different. And the reason I said that, because I'm like, okay, it's going to encourage people, you know, in their spaces where they're doubting or where they feel anxious. Right. And then somebody at my church passed away from cancer. She passed away from breast cancer. She'd been battling it. And one of her last requests was, as they was willing her body out, for me to sing "Make It With Jesus." And I was like, I never thought that song would land that way, right? And so that's why I tell people, and I was hearing Siobhan say, it has to be perfect, and Lord knows I'm a perfectionist with everything. And I get it. It comes with that. But sometimes we have to just release it when it feels good. Because we can't control how some things land. And so just trust the God in you, trust your ear, and trust that feeling, because you never know how something's going to land.
Listen, I'm telling you, and I'm still playing. You know, you remember I would text you, you know, sometimes and like, you know what, I'm playing your song because I'm telling you, when you hear this song, guys, JP, I see you out there. JP is out there, G.
What's up?
See, listen, when I play that song, it rests in my spirit. It gives me hope, inspiration. Lord said, okay, Coco, you can't give up. You can't give up. And you don't need nobody else. All you need is Jesus.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. And I don't care what it is. Either the Bible is right or it's wrong, right? Either Jesus is the Son of God and he has all power, right?
Right,
Or he
right.
doesn't. And so my thing is, I don't care what I face on this earth. I don't care what I face spiritually. When it comes to the end all be all, it cannot stand against him. And so,
Ooh,
like that's my trump. That's my trump card.
yeah,
Okay, cool. Doctor said that. Bill say that. I feel this way, and it's very real. I'm not saying that we don't acknowledge real things happening.
right,
Life
right.
happens. We respond to it. We feel it. But I dare not dwell there when I have hope that I am connected to Jesus. I'm connected to God. That's my hope. And so I want to put it in the song like, y'all, life is happening, and it does not feel good.
It,
We're going through loss. I released a song during a pandemic.
yes,
Life is happening.
yes,
But,
but
but, preposition, as long as I have Jesus, I can
yeah.
make it with him.
I
And that's
can
it.
make it. Oh my God. So when it hit like the top for the Billboard, 15 in Billboard, and it was what top 30 for the radio for 3 weeks. What was going through your mind, Gene? Like, oh my God.
It was that. It was top 30 for a few weeks. And then it hit power play on Sirius. And I was just like, you mean the feeling I was feeling in the bathroom that birthed that melody was
Mhm.
actually a feeling I was feeling for other people. You know what I
Ooh,
mean? Like it wasn't just something I felt, but
yeah.
I had to feel it so that other people could have hope through what I was feeling.
Oh,
That
that's
was
good
so
right
great.
there. That
Yeah,
was
that was so great. And I tell people, and then it's a scripture. It was good that I was afflicted. Like, it's like I understand it now. Like there are some things I'm inconvenienced for because it gives a deeper depth of my ministry, whether it's songwriting and singing or doing therapy or just being kind to people and showing the love of Christ in the grocery store. Like that's ministry. And so it's like, I don't know. It was one of those feelings like, wait, what? Because if we grow up wanting to sing and be a singer
yeah.
but to actually see it and see your name and you have some of your favorite celebrities or gospel artists and R&B artists reaching
Yes.
out being like, hey, you got this song. I was like, yeah, but you also the person I grew up with. It's an interesting space. And so I really bless God for being a vehicle for that message. And I'm excited that just even my album in and of itself, just hearing the feedback from that has been crazy. So I'm just in a really good place when it comes to that. I'm currently in the process of writing for my second one. So just trying to remind myself to remember to write from that space where
Yeah.
it's authentic, it's not forced, it's my lived experiences as well as other people.
Yeah.
Because I always heard from Jonathan Nelson, what comes from the heart speaks to the heart.
Ooh, that's good right there. Well,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Gene, you are absolutely amazing. Just
I
working
appreciate
with
that, sis.
you. Yeah. First of all, for the album, for the song Turn It Over, it's the green for me. So you see
It's
I'm
the
rocking
green.
the
It's
green
the
for me.
green. I'll be trying not to be deep. I'm telling you, well, I'm a PK. I'm a PK. My
Okay.
mom's a pastor, my dad, my granddad. And so I know church, I'm boundless though. I've had experiences, Lord knows, college, amen, thank God. And I believe in living a very balanced life. I do believe one of my I don't say reasons, but one of my purposes on earth is built on my purpose is showing people the balance between being human,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
being a Christian who lives with a standard, right? Because I
Mm.
feel like sometimes we forget how to be human and connect with other people. And I think it's something very Christ-like when you reach that balance
Yeah.
and people, it's something very beautiful about that. We're like, yeah, I'm balanced, but let me tell you why I'm balanced because of Jesus, right? So that really is super important to me. Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to get off, but yeah.
No, that's good because that kind of leads me into the next segment when we're talking about your professional life as well.
Mhm.
You have your own company,
Mhm.
psychology, the peace
Mhm.
of mind.
Mhm.
How do you connect both together? And that's a balance because you talk to people, you deal with people every day, and so does that kind of sink into their problems, the issue? How do you balance that?
Okay, yeah, it was funny. I'm actually in my office right now. I'm still here, burning the midnight oil. Yeah, no, so I've been in mental health since 2009, right? And you have to learn early on how to not take things home. Now, of course, there's some, because I've heard some of the most depraved things you can hear, and there's some things you are impacted by because you're human, but you learn how to turn certain things off. Now, what I will say is that my ability to meet people and talk to people, hear their stories, help them walk through life, help them walk through behavioral issues, mental health issues, sick chronic illness. It informs my perspective of the world, and my perspective of the world informs my writing, along with my upbringing, my belief system. And so, if you hear my writing, a lot of times it could be heavy, but it's heavy because I believe that I need whatever I produce to be transformative to some degree.
Right, right.
And so that really does, it really informs how I produce, write, all of that. So absolutely, yes.
Oh my God. And so you've been doing it since 2009.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I graduated UNC Chapel Hill in 2009 with double bachelor's in psychology and sociology. Thought I was gonna be a dentist. Went to school after that. Did not want to be, and I ended up getting into Wake Forest. Yeah, I ended up getting into Wake Forest and Central in 2012. I chose Central, and at Central I was able to teach, release research, and then get my internship at Duke, and the rest is history. And so now I serve about 85% of Black men in my practice, which I love.
Oh
Like
my God.
everybody I saw today on my couch was a Black man.
Oh my God. That is so
that's
important. Gee, no, listen. This is important. This is good because being at the train station, I'm seeing, and you seeing these young kids, man, these young men. It's so many. I'm seeing so many mental health issues with these kids and our young men that they coming in the train station and and just trying to seek help for them and just trying. Lucretia, how you doing, sweetheart? Seek help for them. What would you say? And I don't want you to give, what you talk about in your session, but what would you say to some of the that's dealing with mental health issues, or their parents, if they're the child, their parents, what would you say to the parents to kind of help and guide them along? Because it's real.
It's real.
It's real.
Well, you know what I'm noticing, Coco, is a lot of parents believe it's something they did in their parenting or while they were pregnant that led to the child's presentation, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to teach parents that we cannot control for genetics. If Uncle Pookie dealt with schizophrenia or bipolar disorder, or it's in your family, just because we didn't have it diagnosed doesn't mean it wasn't there.
Right.
And, they didn't really talk about it 6, 7. All you say, Uncle Pookie taught himself in the corner with a potato salad. You know what I mean? But you know how we do. Uncle Pookie, he still look at the TV, ain't no picture on with you. That's how he is. And so we did is we explained things. But we explained things away. We just didn't have the terminology. Yeah. But us not knowing did not exclude us from passing it down. And so there are some things that's been passed down we didn't have the knowledge for. So I tell parents, number one, we can't fight genetics. Right. 2, sometimes environment, we have things against us that we can't control the environment. What you can do is acknowledge that something needs to happen. You need to acknowledge that somebody needs help. Yeah. And once we acknowledge that, then we can put the proper, things in place to get the help that's needed. But I tell parents that as often. I tell my saints everything's not a demon, which is I love it because we love to demonize everything. We don't spiritualize diabetes. When you had too much chocolate cake and you keep eating it, you don't spiritualize that. We don't spiritualize cancer. Yeah. We don't spiritualize high blood pressure, particularly with high blood pressure and diabetes. We don't spiritualize it. What do? We change habits. When our habits change, right?
That's right.
Then we see change in that, right? Yes. I don't know why we always spiritualize things of the mind. Like we don't I don't know why and I think I know why we do that, because I feel like people feel like the mind is not physical. But
Right.
what I will say, if there's a chemical imbalance, that's that's physical.
Right.
And so just teaching people, just properly educating people on how to navigate that space, and give them verbiage for how to communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Gee, you man, that's what I'm talking about.
I
Man,
appreciate it, sis. I appreciate it.
I'm telling you, so many people can be blessed just by your testimony and just by what you say, because a lot of people know and a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people needs to be reminded. And like you said, we quick to blame it on the devil. That old devil, no, you just ate them 2 quarter pounder with
Put
Jesus
it down.
too.
Yeah. Everything in the text, some stuff you do, right? You know what I mean? Everything in the text. Now some stuff is, right?
Right, right.
But everything's not an attack. We got a lot of young kids coming saying, yeah, this generation is this generation is a little different. I think their exposure, I know this isn't quite music we get back, but their exposure to a lot of things, I believe, on like social media and music, I think has kind of opened them up to things prematurely that they don't really have the skill set or the knowledge or maturity to process.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And you see that a lot, and they're very sensitive. They try to be hard, but they yet sensitive and think
Oh
they
yeah,
know
because
everything, but they don't.
but if it's age appropriate at that age, they believe they know everything. It's like, no, you really don't.
you know, no.
Mhm.
At the hospital, yeah, because Cass works there at the hospital, so I'm sure.
What's she at? What's she at? Holly Hill dude? What's she at?
No,
Wake
she's
Man?
at. I think it's Wake Med.
Wake Man?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's
Yeah.
Wake Med, and it's crazy, but um. And I'm glad God is giving you that gift, Gene, too, because everybody can't do that.
Yeah.
Everybody can't, be a psychologist and lead and talk to them and try to help them through the process. Some people can hurt you more than help. So I'm grateful that. Oh,
Okay,
Rex,
Rex. Okay,
Rex,
I know Rex. Yep.
Rex.
Mm-hmm. And my
Um,
job, what I love what you were saying, Coco, is I love that I can go into the church and be like, hey, that's not what that says. But I
there we
also
go.
go into the workplace and be like, no, that's not crazy. Them talking to God isn't schizophrenia. That's what we believe, right? So I can
Yeah,
kind of speak the language to both, and that's been such a blessing.
that's a blessing. Oh my God, Gene, man, listen, I got a chance, y'all, to see Gene a couple of month. Was it last month with Kimberly and Michelle?
Oh yeah.
Gene tore the house down as usual.
I
Oh my
appreciate it, sis.
God. Shout out to Kimberly Michelle Prince with that amazing live recording.
Amazing.
Hardy, William Murphy, all the people there. But Gene, as always, took the
I appreciate
house as
it.
he did in the play. And like I said earlier, it's so fun working with Gene, but you cannot sit beside
Likewise.
him because he will have you dying
We
laughing.
be cutting up so bad. They be trying to figure out why me and you just bust out laugh. We know for real, she ain't lying. Me and Coco will sit there and look, and you know how when somebody do something, y'all both see it, and y'all
Right.
both look at each other like that
We just look at each other.
and bust out laughing. And Melissa be like, now what y'all doing now?
What y'all doing? That's
Yeah,
what I love. And that's what I love about Eugene, because you anointed, you got the gift, but you still humble,
I appreciate
and
that.
get down with the people, and and just being human. I mean, just
Yeah.
like you said, being human. So I'm grateful for that. But we have your information running at the bottom of the screen. But what do you have coming up next, Gene?
What do I have next? I'm actually in like a pause period while I'm planning. So I just released a single a little over a month ago called "Turn It Over,"
Yeah.
which y'all heard in the green, and that's how I was going at. Sorry. The original album cover was not green. The original album cover was black, and I was looking. I guess I was trying to like more chestnut to somebody, but I remember,
Come
I
on,
remember
that's right,
I
Gene.
was trying to give him a little Tay Diggs on or whatever. But it was so funny as I was looking at the album cover. I said, "This isn't it. Like, I'm just not seeing a connection." And people were like, "It looks amazing." I was like, I don't think this is it." And so I remember I was scrolling on Facebook and I saw this color green, and I do not wear color. Most people know I wear black. That's all I wear.
Uh-huh,
And I
uh-huh.
remember God saying that's a color. Matter of fact, it was an outfit. He said, "That's the outfit. Get it." I was like, "What?" So I got the outfit. I took a picture, and then I said, "I'm gonna keep doing everything in green." And
Yeah.
so my whole rollout was that color green. And I was like, "Well, I trusted you, God, for that." I said,
Yeah.
"What does it mean?" I looked it up, and the color green I had said renewal, replenishing,
Woo!
new beginning, new, and it says hope.
Mm.
And the name of my song was "Turn It Over," and I was like,
Wow.
and so when people say the green got me, I was like, well, actually, God got you, because literally I was gonna release it with a whole different. So where am I at now? I'm trusting to hear God like that, because I
Yeah.
believe in this climate of what we're creating.
Yeah.
Everybody's creating. I just want to
Yeah.
make sure mine means something, like my last ones have. And
Yeah.
so I'm writing. We pretty much identified the songs to go with my next project. My next project will be live, because most people like, you're a live singer. Why have you done a live album?
Mhm.
We're working to hopefully do that by the end of the year, the top of next year. But we identified that, but it'll probably be the end of this year. And I'm working on a Black Men's Mental Health Symposium conference, where I want to, I'm bringing in me, and I'm bringing in some of my mentors who are
Yeah.
psychologists, and we're going to get a whole bunch of brothers in the room. I want these 500, and we're going to give them tools for their mental health, Black men in trauma, Black men in the family. And I want them to walk away after 4 hours with so much information and how they can implement that into their lives. And if 4 of us can get that information to 500 men, then 500 men can get it to 5,000, 500,000.
See?
And so I'm about impact right now.
Do y'all understand why I say trendsetter? Okay. Because Gene is doing it now. Have you done the Sundays? Is it the Sunday soup, the Super Sunday?
Yeah, well, Lucretia Innovation, I did it their first one was last month. No,
Okay.
what's this month? No, it was this month. We're not February. We're in February. We're in January.
Wait, we're in January.
Lord help. January got 55 days, Jesus. No, they did it early this month, and it was so fun. Lucretia cooked. I actually put.
Did you? Oh, so you got a chance to eat? Oh man, I got to get there. I got to get there.
I pulled a red toenail out of the baked chicken. She put it, but no, it was so fun. We tributed Mary, which is one of my favorite acts of all time.
Yeah.
And so I got to host it for the barbers, but also got to sing a song. And so it was so
Did you
fun.
do I Just Can't Give Up Now?
No, I did from the first album is My Heart Has Found a New Beat ever since you came into my life. No, I don't lose no sleep, 'cause I know who's walking by my side. And if you're looking for me, safe in his arms is where you find me. 'Cause I gotta be happy, wanna be happy. I was in heaven.
I would have been on the floor, okay?
It was fun. But I'm really proud of them, because they're giving Christians something to do.
Yeah.
They're giving us something. And so I tell people, support it, because they're giving us something to do. We always say, ain't nothing but a good church.
Ain't nothing to do, right.
Go to that.
Go to that. Exactly. You said, Jeans, about go to that.
Go to that.
Support Lucretia. She said it was so much fun. Support Lucretia on Sunday. What time does it normally start on Sundays? And
I'm so sorry. I think was it like 4 or 5? It was
okay.
It was like you had enough time to go home, take a shower from church.
Right.
Because we don't want you bringing church funk into the. We don't want any church funk. We don't want no church funk.
That's right.
It was enough time for me. I had to let worship that day too. So It was enough time for me to go home, get the church funk off, and smell good for the saints.
That's what it is. And Lucretia has put the information. I think she's going to put it in the chat. But it starts at 4 p.m. Go out and support. That's what it's about, guys. Let's support each other. I don't never want to hear that I don't have nothing to do on Sundays, because that's something to do. And then don't start complaining that it's you tired after church. Come on now. You know you ain't tired.
Can I say one more?
Saturday night.
I want to say one more thing before we go. And I'm in this season of honoring. I want to honor you for being a vet in our area, right? It was you, people like yourself who hit Bobby Jones and all that stuff before we was even thinking about doing it. And so I want to honor you, people like yourself and Owen Forbes, people like you all who really, you went in before us and you're still doing it. Kim Person. Like
Yeah.
it was y'all, but it was before it was Gene Hoskins or Charles Clark or Michael George's, Ruth LaAntra. It was Coco McMillan. So I wanted to honor you for your yes and your continuing to do that. Okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you, G.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, baby, to the test. I appreciate that. And that's what it's all about, man. And I had someone say, and I know we're gonna go in a second, but I had someone say, well, you know, um, the difference of the age, the older artists, the younger artists, we collaborate, we come together. You learn from us, we learn from you, because a lot of
Absolutely.
things that you now have, um the tools, the opportunity, like the social media is so
Hmm.
big now. We didn't have all that. I had to pick up the phone, or I had to send a cassette tape to Dr.
Yeah.
Bobby Jones. People are like, well, what is a cassette tape? But I just want to say to all the artists, like you said, Kim, Marshetta, all of us, that's what it's about. Supporting each other. We got to support our G's and our Sanaya and Shannon, because they are the future. You guys are the future, right? The
Thank you.
trendsetters for the next generation, to let the ones under you saying, okay, you just can't jump into this, overnight. You got to put in some work,
Hmm.
homework, respectful, love God. Hey, you can,
And
anyway.
be nice. And be nice to people. Yeah. I tell people some stages I got on wasn't because I sang well or you did that I had a nice smile. It's because I was nice.
Be kind.
Yeah.
Be,
Yeah.
be kind. I mean, yeah, yeah, somebody out there, yeah, you can sing, you can do all
Yeah.
of that, but are you gonna sing and don't smile or don't speak to someone, or when you leave your show, just leave like you all that? No, 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 no. Just like God will give it to you, He can take it away. So listen,
Absolutely.
it's about
Absolutely.
love and kindness. So I think Mark was saying here, we have a Black Men show on the network Saturday. Gentleman from KC and another gentleman from Memphis. The show is called Unbreakable Souls. Okay, I think that's for you,
Okay. Yeah, let's
Eugene.
talk.
But
Let's
yeah,
talk.
yeah.
Let's
So yeah,
talk.
you and Mark can connect on that. But I am so grateful that you came on. I know that you're busy. When I saw your name coming through, I was like, yeah, that's my boy.
You
But
already know.
told me to tell you hello. She said she couldn't jump on. She wanted me to tell you hello and everything. And thank
That's
you.
another one. That's
Yes,
another one who every time I get an opportunity, she knows and she don't do it for this. But Melissa, for you all and us have really given us opportunities and platforms because she felt we were ready and she felt like we deserved it. And some of us really didn't, but I'm so grateful for the gift of God in her yes, and her giving heart.
yes. Oh my God. You said it. She
Yeah.
has. Her heart is so big, and she recognized. You
Mhm.
recognize the talent, and she knows. And
She
she's been
knows.
in radio and everything, so she knows. So, when she will pull and make that platform for you and Kim and all these people, Michael George and everyone, I love that. Because there's no jealousy, there's no envy. We all, come on, God has given everyone a
Come on, it's when you recognize. I'm telling you, when you recognize you have your own race,
yeah,
I don't have to worry about yours. It's like, what can I do to help you win yours?
there we
What can I?
go.
And you can help. That's what I'm saying. And we realize we're not running the same race, man. Don't let people tell you that. Like
Right.
your end goal is different from mine, and so my job is to help you get to yours. You help me get to mine, and we all satisfied, right?
Right. Listen, I win, you win. You win, I win. That's how it is. I love
Yeah,
it. So listen, guys, thank you, Gene. You see Gene's information running at the bottom of the screen. But Gene, can you just say it as well too? So I can
yeah.
contact you.
Again, my name is Gene Hoskins. You can follow me on Instagram at I am Gene Hoskins. And on Twitter at the same name, I am Gene Hoskins. Facebook, Gene Hoskins and Gene Hoskins Music. I am pretty responsive. I talk to everybody and I tell people as long as it's respectful, we good. Like I talk to everybody. I'm one of the people you see out in public. If I'm in usually if I don't feel good, I'm not in public, but I speak. And
Right.
so I'm
Right.
just one of the people. I'm a people person,
Yes.
and I would love to meet you, talk to you about life, and yeah, and get the music. I think it'll bless you. The name of my newest single is "Turn It Over." My single on radio is "Make It with Jesus," and my
Yes.
album is "Homecoming." It's called "Homecoming." Yeah, and so help me out.
That's it. Shout out to the river. The River Church. Yes.
Bishop Ronald Goppy, that's my spiritual father. That's my dude, man.
Yes, we're so grateful for you, Gene. Thank you again. Thank you so much for coming on this show. Just chatting, you topping it up with me, and just again for sharing your story. Because I said before, people can be blessed, just by your testimony. You are a trailblazer.
I appreciate that.
So know that. So God bless you, and promise me you'll come back again. And look, when everything gets settled, you get that album out. You start touring. Follow Gene, man. Follow you. I'm telling you, you will be blessed. You will be blessed. So thank you again, Gene. We love you.
You already know, sis. I love you. Thank you so much for having me on. It's an honor, and we will get up soon, all right?
All right. Thank you. Right. Woo, we are going to leave you tonight with his song, Make It With Jesus. I told you that I absolutely fell in love with. When I heard it, I've been playing it. I've been dancing to it. I done fell out on the floor and put my own lap cover over me and got back up and danced again. So listen, until next week, same time, same place, I say to you, trust in the Lord with all thy heart. Lean not to thy own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. God bless you. Shout out to Lucretia, Wayne Booker, Kimberly Thompson, Mark Lee. Thank you so much, Pod TV. Thank you guys for being a part of this broadcast. We love you. Here is Gene Hopkins with we can make it with Jesus. God bless you.
I can make it with Jesus. Whoa, I can make it with him. He has given us power. Through Jesus we win. Oh yeah. Make it with Jesus. Make it with him. Oh, he's given us. He has given us power. So much power. With Jesus we win. We win. We win. Up all night, it seems all I do is fight. I need some peace. Your word, it reads that the victory belongs to me. If I tell the truth, there were times when I needed God to prove. Then I realized it came as no surprise. He will come through. That's what he'll do. Ooh, I can make it with Jesus. Oh, yeah. Should make it with him. He has given us power. He's given us power. Oh, Lord. Through Jesus we win.